No propaganda, no lies, and definitely no BS. You're with Johnny Vedmore on today's News Talk, TNT.
Do you think, well, what we were just talking about there was about the violence on campuses across America and how it's becoming more and more heated. And you're seeing, apart from, the officers themselves, you're seeing, of course, two very diverse camps form that are very far away from each other. And that polarization, does that manifest and project out more because they're young and so their views are more extreme on the one side and the other? Do you think is that a sign of our division and the obvious polarization of our society at the moment?
Probably, it's if we take the paid agitators from both sides away and look at the people that are there organically, the people that a lot of young people feel that way, when I think, maybe you've experienced that too. I know I did when I was, college age. I could tell that something was wrong in our country and in our culture, and I knew that it was something that I wanted to rebel against in some way, even if it was just in my mind and, in my heart more than in action. But we live in a world of lies and inversions. So when you're young and you know that something is wrong, it's easy to cherry pick things that, seem wrong to you at the time and rail against it, go up against it. And I think young people, my advice, if I could give advice to my younger self, would be to look for what is correct and what is right in the world and help those things rather than look for things that are wrong and fight against them. I mean, you can do both, but if you're in your youth and you're looking at, the problem here is in this country, we've trained, particularly in colleges, we've trained the youth to look for marginalized people, to look for abuse, to look for apartheid. And they did that by polarizing us against race. They polarized us against each other over gender and politics. And then COVID came along that polarized us over medical topics and vaccines and all this stuff. So everybody's just they're ready to rock and roll. They're ready to, put the masks and the whatever balaclavas on, swapped out for shamas now, or, so you can't expect to do that, to radicalize all the youth and then have Israel-Palestine become such a big topic with so much violence and not have that segment of people sort of splinter off into different camps of thought.
Definitely is a brilliant recruitment drive for the creation or the created organizations such as Antifa, that's for sure.
This is Johnny Vedmore on today's News Talk, TNT.